Thank you, Brian. Like Brian said, there are so many ways to become involved. And we know that this work is very interesting, and we know that we are going to have a lot of spectators who are going to be looking at Providence with a fine-tooth comb and judging the work that we're doing. But instead of judging, please connect with us and learn how to be a support, learn how to get involved, learn how to become more educated with the work that's being done, because it's very, very impactful. And I just want to also acknowledge there are members from the African American Ambassadors Group here, and there are members throughout this whole church who have just been deeply involved in this work. And we thank you all. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Ray. And I'm going to hand it back over to Mayor Igliozzi.
All right. So with the research that was put together in a Matter of Truth report and the reconciliation framework in place, our community can begin a focused, evidence-based approach to reparations. That's why today I am proud to sign an executive order establishing the Providence Municipal Reparations Commission. This commission is going to consist of 13 community leaders, 7 of them appointed from my office, 6 appointed from the Providence City Council. We have most of the members that I'm appointing to this commission here today. So I want to recognize and save you for last, my friend. First, PCEI, Providence Cultural Equity Initiative CEO, Raymond Two Hawks Watson. We have Miss Wanda Brown, who's part of the faculty at College Unbound. We have the president of Rhode Island Pride, Rodney Davis. We have the CEO of 25 Bow Street, Lonrai Hachikaye. We also have RISD Assistant Professor Jess Brown, who couldn't be with us today, but we're glad to have her help. We have the CEO of Career Dev's Computer Science Institute, Arnell Millhouse. I appreciate your participation. And I wanted to say Jim Vincent for last. And Jim Vincent has been a voice on racial justice, or a leading voice on racial justice in our city and our state for a very, very, very long time. And I hope that the work that we continue doing through this process is also a continuation of the work that you've been doing, perhaps longer than anyone in this room. So I appreciate it. And the NAACP President Jim Vincent will also be part of this commission. I want to just take a quick moment and recognize and thank you all for stepping up. You all are extremely busy. You have so many things, both professional and personal, pulling you in different directions. And the fact that you're taking time out of your busy schedules to do this work means a lot to us. You are truly, truly setting an example and laying down a path that's going to be a model, not just for our state, but for the entire country. I also want to take a second to thank Council President Igliozzi, who, although he can't be here today, is working to submit names from the council to appoint their members to this commission. Together, this 13-member commission will report back to the city within 90 days with clear recommendations on community engagement strategies throughout the process of reparation, and reparations work being done in other cities, and to make recommendations for the appropriate policies, programs, projects to begin repairing harm. And their work is going to culminate with a report of recommendations that they'll be making to the officials in the city of Providence for us to put into effect. Now, I want to be absolutely clear on a couple of things. The first is the charge of the commission. The charge of the commission is open-ended. There are no limits, there are no bounds to what those recommendations should be. Second thing that I want to make abundantly clear as well is that while my administration, and I'm sure the City Council, we are fully committed to doing what we can, there is no way that we here right now can make right all the wrongs of the past. However, what we can do is encourage and inspire other institutions and other levels of government to join in this effort as well. As Ray mentioned just earlier, the fruits of this effort will be, yes, the actual work that comes out of this, But when we see these conversations and this work sprouting in different places that we did not directly engage, that's when we know we have been even more successful. So I'm confident that this commission of community leaders and the advocates involved will provide invaluable insights into creating a path forward that's right for our community. So thank you to our African American Ambassador Group, the Providence Cultural Equity Initiative, Roger Williams University, Providence Public Libraries, and everyone involved for bringing us to this point. The forthcoming work of Providence Reparations Commission, and last, I want to thank Pastor Jenkins once again for hosting us here as we close out Black History Month. But we know that while we celebrate it in this special month, this work continues throughout the year. And so it's the last day of the month, but the work continues on as strongly as ever. Thank you everyone for bringing us to this point, and I look forward to signing this executive order.